Hello and welcome to A Cat in the Garden. And this is obviously not our garden or plant room. This is Barton Springs Nursery in Austin, Texas. It's in South Austin, pretty far south near the lake. And I went to this place once and I absolutely fell in love with it, and I thought Nutmeg would really enjoy it. And they have a lot of really cool native plants, annuals, fruits and veggies. So we're just gonna go check it out, and I hope he has a good time. There's a really cute pond with turtles and fish, so I think he's gonna really enjoy that, but we wanted to take you along for the ride, so let's get to it.
Okay guys, voiceover Tessa coming at you here because I was juggling a husband and a cat today, but how cute is this entrance to the nursery? I just really wanted to show that off. And when you first walk in, you get this incredible view of the place, but I was here on a mission for veggies, so that's where we stopped first. Nutmeg was a little nervous at first, actually, because there were a lot of people there, but one of the employees told us where the catnip was. So once we were done with the veggies, we were definitely heading over there. There were lots of tomatoes, lots of blooming brassicas and whatnot. And Nutmeg, he really likes flowers, so I usually let him sniff. And there were lots of different rows to walk along. These are some shade plants, so they were covered. But walking down the rows, I noticed that there were some plants that we typically have as houseplants in the houseplant community. Some stromanthes, I think some tradescantia, some thematophyllums, and then this huge philodendron over here. It was absolutely gorgeous, so wanted to take a moment to look at it. But then we found this cutie, this little shop cat, and I had my husband go up to him and pet him because I was not about to have Nutmeg too close to him, but they were pretty chill and the cat was really friendly. But next, I took Nutmeg to this cute little parakeet enclosure. He loves watching birds, so we sat here for a few minutes, and he had a great time watching the parakeets. They didn't really seem to mind that he was there either, because there were a few shop cats here, so they're probably used to cats staring at them. But we moved on, and this place was just huge. It felt like it went on forever. And then we found the greenhouse, which was in the back. And when you walk in, you saw that great alocasia right there. It was super big. And the first little bit was a bit changed up from the last time I was here. There were a lot of succulents and cacti, which aren't really my thing, but there was this really cool fern. And we just kind of walked past and into more of the tropical plants. They had a lot of larger ones here, which I was pleasantly surprised by. I find that a lot of nurseries really just have smaller plants. So seeing a lot of these big, beautiful statement plants was really exciting. And this Silver Bay aglaonema was just so cute. It is probably my favorite aglaonema that I don't have. But then I noticed what looked like a large form monstera, and it was only $10. I was really tempted to buy it, but I don't think I have space in my house for that. And next to it was this philodendron silver sword that was starting to get some mature leaves. It was $150, which seemed a little high to me, but there were several plants in there, and like I said, the leaves were mature, plus it had a flower getting ready to bloom. Moving on, there were a bit more of the smaller houseplants on this table, a bunch of Cebu blue pothos, which was really nice to see, and this philodendron pink princess for only $30, even though it doesn't have a lot of variegation. There are 2 plants in there, so I figured it was a good deal. Also some of those like jewel orchids, I think, and string of hearts, a couple of Hoyas. And this plant that I don't remember the name of, I think it's called a discolor, and it was, I think, $30, yeah. It didn't have the best color on it, but there was one nearby that had better color, so same price. And a few more Hoyas, even though they're common ones, I just love looking at them, so I'm gonna highlight them. And some Scindapsus, which are looking super cute. I just love a silvery plant. They get me every time, even though I think I already have this one, but I'm gonna double check. Yeah, it's an exotica, and super cute, maybe a little bit thirsty, but I don't mind that. They perk up pretty easily. And in the back, there was this like huge philodendron that they must have taken out of something. It wasn't for sale. And then these Regal Shield alocasias, which were going wild. They were blooming like crazy. There were a ton of plants in the pot for only $40. I thought that was probably the steal of the day in the greenhouse. And they had a bunch of them and some odoras as well, but the Regal Shields all kind of looked like that. Next, we took Nutmeg to the pond to look at the fishes. and the turtles. There were also some frogs, only a couple, but he was really mostly interested in the fish. We sat here for quite a while, I'd say, and this little turtle here, if you can see it in the water, was very interested in Nutmeg. It kept checking him out, but Nutmeg honestly didn't seem to notice it, but that's okay, I guess. Nutmeg, afterwards, he kind of just wanted to walk around, so I let him. He was being really good. I think he was used to the nursery at this point. I think when we first got here, he didn't realize how big or crowded it would be, and I didn't think it would be either for a weekday, but he was pretty curious about all the trees especially, and he just likes to walk around when we go to nurseries, so I like to let him do his thing, whatever makes him feel the most comfortable, because that'll encourage him to enjoy going out with me in the future. This plant was really cool. The leaves reminded me of a gloriosum. And then we finally checked out, so here's a sneak peek of my haul.
All right, so we are back, and I wanted to use the garden to show you what I got today because it's kind of hard to show these things off when you're in a car. And you'll see what I mean, but I have to put Nutmeg down to show you. He was such a trooper, and I honestly really want to thank all of the employees at Barton Springs Nursery for being so kind to him. A lot of you guys came up and gave him a few pets and told me how cute he was, which, I mean, look at him, he's adorable. But yeah, thank you so much. He had such a great time. He loved watching the fishies and the turtles in the pond, but let's get to it. So the first thing is very exciting. Let me go get it. And that would be this plum tree, and it is amazing. It is already in bloom, so I am hoping to get some plums this year. I've never grown plums before, but we're starting a row of trees, a little orchard row here in the back garden, so this will be a lovely addition. I asked my husband what fruit he would like to snack on, and he said plums. So here we are. This was the best impulse buy ever, honestly. I love it. So that's our tree. As you can see, kind of hard to show off while we're in a car. This guy is in desperate need of a repot, but this is a dragon fruit. It says Hylocereus species, 6-inch dragon fruit, and I am super excited. I've been watching a lot of videos about growing dragon fruit, and I figured we live in a warm climate, why not give it a go? They're super expensive in the grocery store, and this plant costs as much as 2 fruits. So if I get 2 fruits from this, I will have made my money back. So very excited about it. Hopefully it'll grow fast. If you do have any dragon fruit tips, I'm open to all of them because cacti are not really my thing, but we're gonna give it a go. So that's what I got there. Lastly, I just got a few veggies. I've been having a hard time getting my tomatillos to sprout, so I bought a few of them. And most of them had several plants in the pot, so that was a good enough deal for me. Saved quite a bit of money. There's 3 pots and I got a total of 6 plants, so that's pretty cool. I also got a French tarragon right here, which is such a good herb for poultry, so I'm very excited about that. And then I got some peppers. My husband really loves bells, so we got 2 peppers and a cayenne. Not all of my cayennes and bells sprouted this year, so just needed to supplement a little bit with some already started plants. That's gonna be it for us today. Thank you so much again to Barton Springs Nursery in South Austin for showing us such a good time. We had a blast, and I can't wait to watch all of these plants grow this summer in our garden. If you like this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up down below and subscribe so you don't miss any more adventures from me and Nutmeg. Thanks again, and we'll catch you in the next one.